chapter, 29th verse.
Apane juhvati pranam pranapanam tata pare pranapanagati rudva pranayama parayanaha.
Apane juhvati pranam pranepanam tatapare pranapanagati rudva pranayama parayanaha. New translation. Some offer the incoming vital air into the vital air that is moving inward, and some offer the inward bound vital air into the incoming vital air. Thus, they do pranayama by checking the prana and apana. Bhagavan is describing a very powerful process, a technique, method to achieve the ultimate consciousness. Here the word prana and apana is used. Please understand, the word prana and apana, you need to understand in depth. Some offer the incoming vital air into the vital air that is moving inward, and some offer the inward bound vital air into the incoming vital air. Thus they do pranayama by checking the prana and apana. Let me give you the deepest meaning of this word prana and apana. Constantly in you, for a moment you remember you exist, and after a few moments you forget you exist, and your mind starts wandering here and there. Try this process. Try to just sit and remember about you. Just though, I exist, I remember me, I exist, I remember me. Just the self-remembrance. Try the self-remembrance. In few seconds you will forget. Please understand. The moments you remember yourself is prana. The moments you forget you exist is apana. Unless you forget you exist, you can't remember you exist. Unless you remember you exist, you won't forget you exist. The prana and apana live together. But how mercury slowly absorbs the gold, prana can absorb apana. If mercury and gold is kept near, if they are touching each other, mercury will swallow the gold and gold will lose its qualities into the mercury. Same way, if the prana is allowed to function, means if the self-remembrance is increased by your conscious will, if you are supporting the self-remembrance by your conscious decision, it will swallow the apana part, the self-forgetting moments. Please understand? A most subtle Vedantic truth, most subtle spiritual truth. If you try to remember yourself, constantly be in the unclutching or remembrance of the higher self, only if you try you will understand what I am saying. Just remembering, I exist. I exist, I am here, I feel me, yes, I am alive, I remember me, I am. If you just remember you, that self-remembrance, for some people that self-remembrance will be there without disturbance, maybe for 3 seconds. For some it will be 10 seconds. Usually none of you will have more than 12 seconds. That is the maximum for a normal conscious being. By the time one flicker of thought will come. If somebody can establish themselves in the self-remembrance for 21 seconds, he is enlightened, Jivan Mukta. 21 seconds is a too long period to be established in that self-remembrance. Then your mind breaks, you become liberated being. This self-remembrance, when you are trying, the thoughts which come because of your forgetfulness, due to your forgetfulness, the forgetfulness is apana, remembrance is prana, forgetfulness is apana. Now, you are not supposed to hate apana. Constantly you create a guilt in you. Oh, I lose, I forget, the forgetfulness happens to me, I don't remember, I am not qualified. You are constantly worrying and struggling with apana. Stop it. Work on prana. Whenever you remember, understand it is a luck, bonus, gift. Celebrate prana. Celebrate the moments of self-remembrance. Stop feeling guilty. Stop suffering. Stop suffocating yourself for the moments of forgetfulness. But unfortunately, your mind is tuned to suffer the forgetfulness. I always repeat, Meera's bhakti and Andal's bhakti. Meera constantly suffers for the few moments she misses Krishna. Andal constantly celebrates for the few moments she remembers Krishna. Andal is prana, Meera is apana. That is why Meera's life has to have so much of suffering and struggle. Andal's life was so smooth and beautiful. Work on prana. Don't suffocate yourself with apana. Just yesterday I gave you a powerful process. Enchanting, feeling connection, unclutching. In Sanskrit we will call it ajapa ajapa, mahabhaava and sahaja samadhi. Enchanting, feeling connection, unclutching. When you try to do all these things, three, continuously, you would have forgotten yesterday many times. Many times yesterday you would have had forgetfulness. You would have lost doing all these three. You would have forgotten doing all these three. Pranapana samayukta pachamyannan chaturvitam. Bhagavan says in another one verse in Bhagavad Gita itself, Pranapana samayukta pachamyannan chaturvitam. It means along with prana and apana, in 4 ways I consume everything. It is not just food, it is time, space, and pure consciousness. Please understand. Bhagavan says, with prana and apana's help, I consume everything in 4 ways. Time, space, and pure consciousness. Everything he swallows just with this one process of prana and apana. I tell you, if you can increase your prana, the self-remembrance, you will consume this whole maya and sit as Vishwarupa. Please understand. Ramana Maharshi very beautifully says, Ulladu, Alladu, Ulladai, Ullalal, Ullatte, Ulli, Irupade, Uyarvu. You can't understand, even though it is in Tamil. Very beautifully, he sang 40 verses on reality. It's called Ulladu Narpadu. He says very beautifully, let me give you the essence. If you sit on the self-remembrance that I exist, all this name, form, time, space, everything will just dissolve into yourself. That is the Advaita Anubhuti, the ultimate experience. I tell you, if the self-remembrance, if you are struggling between self-remembrance and self-forgetfulness, that zone is Dvaita. If that struggle has reduced and the self-remembrance has become more powerful than the forgetfulness, that is called Visishtadvaita. If the self-remembrance has conquered the forgetfulness, that is Advaita. That's all. Understand? If you are suffering the self-remembrance and self-forgetfulness, if there is a struggle going on, that is Dvaita. I am separate, ultimate is separate. The gap. If the self-remembrance has become more powerful than the forgetfulness, the self-remembrance is more than 51%. It is less than 49%. Now it is Visishtadvaita. It is me, but extension of me. I am he, but extension of he. When the self-remembrance becomes 100%, it is Advaita. That's all. Please understand. Just support your prana consciously. When I say support your prana consciously, I mean constantly try to establish yourself in these three. Enchanting, feeling connection, unclutching. Constantly take this up as a spiritual practice from today. Next 21 days, let all our satsangis, samajis, devotees try this. Whole day your body should be working. Means you can sweep, wipe, cook, drive. Whole day your body should be engaged in your regular activities. Reading, even sleeping is activity. Engage yourself in some activity. Or lie down and sleep. Even sleeping is activity, no problem. But along with your activity, establish yourself into these three. Whole day, the moment you wake up, start the ajapa. Ajapa starts. And then feeling connection with a deep prayerful mood. Unclutching. The feeling connection is the bridge between unclutching and ajapa. Constantly do this. One important thing, if you are lazy, not doing anything actively, physically, you won't be able to establish yourself in self-remembrance. That is why never ever lazy people achieve enlightenment. Please understand. If you are not physically active, if you are not constantly doing anything, do not hope for enlightenment. That is not for you. So constantly do something. Maybe cooking, driving, your job, your office work. Or if you don't find any office work, come on here, we have a lot of volunteer work. Do some volunteer work. Constantly go on be doing, and establishing yourself into these three. I tell you guys, whoever successfully finishes this Samyama, I will initiate you into the hungerless, thirstless Samyama. Hunger-free, thirst-free Samyama. Understand? I am very successful in helping, putting some of our ashramites into that Samyama. Almost 27 days they have completed successfully, without any food or water or nothing. Of course, once in a while they had little water, but without any food. Now I have given them a break, because I am busy with this Madurai Adinam work. I have given them a break. When I go back to Bangalore, 6th I am going back, after the Guru Puja. When I go back to Bangalore, I am going to start the Samyama again. Whoever completes this Samyama, this 21 days successfully, you see, when I say complete, I mean you tried with your honesty. That's all. Only condition, you cannot have guilt about the forgetfulness. In the whole day, 24 hours, even if you remember the self-remembrance only 10 minutes, that is okay. Celebrate about that. Do not have guilt about that forgetfulness, because if you create guilt about that forgetfulness, you unnecessarily empower the wrong side. The apana becomes more strong. So support, encourage, inspire, prana means moments of self-remembrance. Try. This 21 days, all of you will do this Samyama. You will constantly do some work. If you don't have any work in your house, come to our center. We have a lot of volunteer work. Do some work. Along with that, you will be doing these three: enchanting, feeling connection, unclutching. EFU. EFU. Enchanting, feeling connection, unclutching. Constantly do all these three. You are capable of doing all these three simultaneously. You are capable. You are capable of doing all these three simultaneously. So please understand, this 21 days, this Samyama will be called as Prana Samyama, encouraging and empowering the self-remembrance inside you, the power of prana inside you. Try this Prana Samyama for 21 days. Whoever successfully completes this Samyama for 21 days, I will initiate you guys into hunger-free, thirst-free Samyama. And EFU, enchanting, feeling connection, unclutching. Enlightenment is for you. EFU. Understand? Practice EFU, enlightenment is for you. That's all. All our teachers, healers, acharyas, everyone has to practice this EFU. Only then you can be acharya, you can be a healer. You can raise yourself in consciousness and you can raise others also into the super consciousness. And this EFU will constantly give you new ideas to inspire others and helping others to radiate enlightenment. Essence of this verse, the sacred secret in this verse, 4th chapter, 29th verse is, empower the self-remembrance, empower the prana. Do not even bother about apana. Do not worry about the forgetful moments. Do not have guilt about forgetful moments. bring life to prana, bring life to moments of remembrance. So I bless you all and initiate all of you into this prana samyama. 21 days we will take up this samyama, and I bless you all. You will all successfully complete this samyama. Then the whole batch I will initiate into the hunger-free, thirst-free samyama. I think this is going to be the largest fasting ever happened on the planet Earth. The largest number of people at a time living without food and water is going to be our hunger-free, thirst-free samyama. Understand? I will do miracles. Make a huge group living without food and water, and medically showing people are not going into fatigue, low energy, no side effect of foodlessness is there in your body. I'll establish it.
Paramahamsa Nithyananda, a rare living incarnation, is named among the world's 100 most spiritually influential personalities today. Paramahamsa Nithyananda has been placed alongside Dalai Lama, Nelson Mandela, Oprah Winfrey, Paulo Coelho and others by Mind, Body, Spirit, the world's top esoteric magazine from Watkins, London's oldest and largest bookstore. A yogi by birth, he has been expressing his power of enlightenment since birth. He has authored more than 500 books in Tamil and English. Translations of these books are available in 26 languages in Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, Hindi, Sanskrit, Gujarati, Oriya, Bengali, Marathi, French, Malay, Polish, Portuguese, Italian, German, Danish, Spanish, Russian and Chinese. He is also an exemplary speaker with over 10,000 hours of profound life solutions through his discourses. Social services such as Annadan, free medical care, free educational services with ashrams, schools, temples, hospitals established in more than 140 places around the world, offering exceptional services. A powerful spiritual healer who has healed millions of people of diseases from migraine to cancer. A Kriya Yogi who has formulated Kriyas for physical health and mental well-being, benefiting thousands. A living master who offers practical solutions for our everyday problems. He is the founder and spiritual head of Nithyananda Dhyanapitham, a spiritual powerhouse who has revived the sacred Vedic tradition by establishing Vedic temples in places like Los Angeles, San Jose, Seattle, Toronto, Ohio, Oklahoma, Phoenix, St. Louis, Malaysia, Brazil, Paris, Guadeloupe, Dallas, New York, New Jersey, Atlanta, Calgary, Vancouver, Singapore, and places in India like Bengaluru, Hyderabad, Tiruvannamalai. A spiritual guru for 10 million followers, an incarnation who transmits the highest spiritual energy through initiation, a contemporary yogi who has revived the Vedic science of yoga worldwide through thousands of yoga centers, an adept in Ashtamahasiddhis, mystical yogic powers, who has effortlessly awakened the Kundalini of thousands and graced them with spiritual powers, a dynamic young guru who is an inspiration for thousands of youngsters, India's most watched spiritual guru online, a beacon of spiritual light who has triumphed over the forces of religious terrorism and political persecution. Paramahamsa Nithyananda is an eternal Kalpataru, blessing the world with the boons of material abundance and spiritual enlightenment. He is the 293rd pontiff of the world's most ancient Hindu organization, Madurai Adinam.
Nityanandaya swagatam Anandanubhavaswadam Sarvaroga nivarakam Vande papa vinashaktam Nityanandaya swagatam Nityamuktam nirvikalpam Dhyanaloka pradipakam Vande shantamayam bandham Nityanandaya swagatam.